while the situation comedy, created by and starring Brendan O'Carroll as a filthy-mouthed Irish matriarch, arriving on screening in 2011, it was usually met in crucial revulsion. Powerful speech. But at the identical period, the show has grown up to be one of the largest watched TV sitcoms in many decades. Recent years Yuletide specific driven in 6.8 millionth TV audience, manufacturing it the largest watched program of the date. And a movie additional revenue, 2014's Mistress. 10's Boys D movie, consumable 2 weeks at the top of the UK and Irish box office space. A new phase shot, Mistress. 10's Boys D musical, will round in 2019. How has a firecracker sitcom, hinging on a medium-aged man claiming to be a busy mommy, thrived in the Bay among critics and audiences? I believe it's since down there's a specific chapter of the auditorium how feels disenfranchised by contemporary sitcom, an auditorium how enjoyed the wide, dual entendre sitcom of On the Buses and Are You Creature Serviced, says Dick Fitty, file TV developer at the BFI. I believe Mrs. 10's Boys, as so as shows Love Miranda, represents a styling of sitcom how isn't in another place. O'Carroll oneself has told the successful of the show has been, at low in portion, downward to an Are You Creature Serviced? Auditorium how has thick felt leftward over, neglected as TV sitcom in the UK and Ireland engulfed the option stay up stage in the 1980s, developing about impish, position modern styles in the 1990s and 2000s. Mistress 10 represents a styling of TV coding how had lost out of vogue, says Fitty. It's not hard to be too smart. It's fair hard to do you laughter. Its meaning diet is to do you laughter. Up it was a TV episode, Mrs. 10 had a lifetime in a wireless episode for Root in Ireland, later a episode of Books, later a movie aimed by Angelica Houston, later a phase show. This auditorium was complete of 200 old female amusing, near ushers who were on 16 or 17 and as well amusing hysterically. It was once precise, down there's thing event there. The theatrics is a key portion of the TV show's composition. The survivability of the shooting is fabric in every scene, in precise shots of a workshop auditorium, common corpsing and announcement libbying of the throw, irrelevant requisite, knowledge addresses to chamber and stagey bow. It is evidently vaudeville, behavior in pratfalls, bathroom humor and amped up stereotypes. The has a lot in overall, notes Fitty, in an act named Old Mum Angry, an Irish laundress, as well play by a person, who executed in theaters and piece of music halls of the 1930s. She was a greater rather than lifetime nature whose loud, above the upper, ever receive in rubbing. It's the origin of sitcom how Mrs. 10's Boys taps in, one how survives in Yuletide pantomimes, in its late of the pure bodiness, underpinned by a pervading breath of sentiment. At a period of facility geopolitics struggles and 24 news story cycles, maybe it's no miracle how the styling, splanknik and easy, holds such a big auditorium. I told Danny, can we cut to the pursuit? You wish me to halt cursing so you can put the show on at 8 o'clock. Or he told, precisely. I told, this show is the show. Put it at 8 o'clock, or put it on at part 10, put it on at part 12, the human beings who wish to see it will discover it. But the show is the show. I don't thoroughness while you put it on, we are not change the show. Written in 2017, the Watcher's TV reviewer annotated, maybe not completely severely, how the popular of Mrs. 10's Boys should include taking into account a enormous key to the Brexit voice. Are down there parallels to broad domestic schisms in the Bay among the shows, presumably metropolitan, critics and its, presumably leftward over, auditorium? It doesn't assist how so lot of our main critics include the type of grade and education backgrounds that include historic learned them how art forms such as opera or ballet or classic piece of music are once more than worth rather than TV or sitcom, says Megan One, a theatre critique investigator at King Holloway, College of London. Everyone's feeling of humor is various, but our feeling of humor develops via our experiences and public interactions, maybe if we gave opportunities to new and more than various TV review experts, we would get critique how was less than devoted to ancient fashioned culture hierarchies, and more than member of TV audience tastes. If or not the crucial title will rotate on Mrs. Tan's Boys, its successful goes to show fair how insistent its rock of humor can be. Sitcom evolves, but not ever in the identical line.